Well, there's our Christmas present from the Wolves. On Christmas Eve, Wolves have beaten Chelsea 2-1. Wasn't the best performance. I've seen a lot of people saying it's a much better performance than what we've seen against the likes of Burnley. Don't really agree with that. I think it was really scrappy on the most part. I think a few players stood out. Lamina was a class above. Gomez was excellent today. But aside from that, no one really played well. I think most flattered to deceive. I think the defence was abysmal. I'm brutally honest. We won the game and I'm really pleased about that. 3 points going into Christmas that we needed. But the defence was shocking. The communication was all over the place. I never once felt comfortable when Chelsea were running at us because people were running into each other. Players were arguing with each other. No idea what went on for the majority of those Chelsea attacks because the entire defence looked absolutely shook every time Chelsea came forward. They redeemed themselves with a lot of, valiant defending towards the end. So Dawson's, block on Sterling and the goal line clearance from Totti Gomez. But it shouldn't be happening in the first place. These shouldn't be happening in the first place. If you were properly structured at the back, these things don't happen. So that needs to be addressed. I'm not sure quite what happened with the defence today. The three lads up top were very, very poor. Cunha looked, we found out Cunha was ill. He looked ill, didn't look it. He was miles off it. Hwang, when he doesn't score goals, pretty anonymous. And Sarabia, apart from delivering a decent delivery, he offers very little. So, apart from the midfield, I wasn't really happy with much of the performance. I think scoring 2 goals is great, but that Chelsea back line was just as bad as ours. It could have been 4-4, quite frankly. But I shan't complain too much. There were positives, and that those positives are Lamina, who also was apparently ill. How he puts in a performance like that when he's been ill is a testament to him, and I think a lot of players should follow in that suit, in that regard. A better performance, but Gary O'Neill saying that we controlled it and a lot of it was comfortable. Don't quite know which game he was watching, but I appreciate it. Christmas, 3 points. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. The viewers of Talking Wolves, make sure to enjoy yourself, enjoy time with your family, and check up on those who you feel like you need to be checking up on, because it's a very tough time of year for a lot of people. And, just a word, a check-in can mean a whole lot at this time of the year. So make sure you do that and take care of yourselves.
To finish, Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. Just want to start by saying Merry Christmas to one and all. We were looking for a big reaction from what we saw last week against West Ham. And the start of the game, I thought we weren't going to get that reaction. It started off pretty poor for Wolves, losing the ball very easily in areas that we shouldn't be, lumping the ball forward to the strikers or forwards without much joy. The first 15 minutes was a bit ropey, and they had a couple of chances to score, but Chelsea being how Chelsea are at the moment, they are absolutely dog shit. So we managed to come out of that 15-minute period unscathed. Gary O'Neill made a quick tweak in the middle of the park or some sort of tactical change, and we come out from that and the game turned on its head. We came out more, we were making passes, we were creating, getting forward more. Defensively, we were very solid. I do think we were a bit lucky to go in at 0-0 at half-time. I think, a different team with anything a bit about them today probably go into 2 or 3-0 up against us at half-time, but they didn't. That's the main thing, and that's all we can play against. And you're looking for a big reaction second half, and we got that. We absolutely got that. We came out, we were attacking, we created chances, we were getting forward, we defended so well. The corner set pieces, want to make a big point on those today. I know that a lot of the players get stick for not beating the first man and not being able to cross the ball or whatever. But Sarabia's delivery today was brilliant from set pieces, and we managed to get a goal. Headed goal from Lamina, who was an absolute machine as well today. him and Gomez. Gomez has come under a lot of stick, being a bit underwhelming this season. But today I think that's one of his best games, certainly this season. He was everywhere, flying into tackles, pressing in the the 89th, 90th minute. It was great to see. I do think one thing that we can't take away from this Wolves team, that I haven't seen from Wolves teams previously in recent years, is the grit and determination to try and win a football game. Even when I feel like it's not really going our way, I don't feel that the lads aren't trying. And that's one thing that I have a big feeling towards with a football team. If they don't look arse and they're not trying, then that's when problems occur. But I can't really say that about this Wolves team. We grinded all the way through today's game. And, Mr. Reliable in front of goal, Matt Doherty scores a second, which was ultimately enough for us to get 3 points. I do think we do need to be a bit more careful. Just even when you're 2-0 up and you're giving a sloppy goal away from someone who's got free header 4 yards away from goal, that's probably, and you're trying to hold out for the win isn't great. So we do need to stay switched on in those situations. But look, a win's a win. It's made my Christmas start off brilliantly, so I don't care. So I'm happy. I'm happy that we've got the win today. I'm happy with the second half performance. I really, really want to see us pick up some form away from home, because that is our problem at the moment. Every time we go away, we look like we've never played football before. So we really need to start picking up some points away from home. I understand winning games at home is brilliant and it will help us a lot this season. But I do really want to see the performance pick up away from home. So yeah, great 3 points, even with the depleted bench, with some of the lads missing from illness or whatever it is. Hopefully we see Dorse come back on Wednesday against Brentford. Hopefully it's not too serious with that, and maybe Neto back in the squad as well on Wednesday. But yeah, great 3 points. Great second half performance. Lamina, awesome. Channy ran his bollocks off. I thought the back five, especially Nelson and Nuri, I thought they were brilliant again today. So positives to take forward as we keep on trudging through. We move on to Brentford. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas. Big shout out to the Talking Wolves boys this year. They've done a fantastic job with the channel and plugging away every week with them. So big props to them. And hopefully we can bring another 3 points to round off getting towards the away end of the year, and then hopefully we can get another 3 points at home to Everton for the last game of this year. So yeah, cheers for everyone, boys. Have a great Christmas. Up those shagging Wanderers.
So Wolves 2, Chelsea 1, a really good win and a nice little birthday present, a nice Christmas present as well for everyone else. I thought we were good value for the win today. First half was a little bit hit and miss up until the last maybe 10 minutes or so, where we started to create a little bit more, create a few more chances. But I thought overall the passing was really poor, really sloppy. As we've seen for a couple of weeks now, I think the passing has been a little bit under par and we've struggled to kind of get any sort of rhythm going. It was apparent against West Ham and apparent in the first half again today. But I thought in the second half really stepped it up a notch. Started really well, really on the pace, pressing Chelsea well. I think we were helped a lot by the fact that Chelsea made so many mistakes at the back. It was really strange to watch. It was, both teams basically trying to gift each other as many goals as possible, giving each other a Christmas gift or, whatever you want to say. And I think we did well to press Chelsea into mistakes, though. They were sloppy on the ball, but we were playing quite a high line in terms of the forward line was quite high up, not giving them much time really to get the ball out. And so I think we did that well today. But I also think that we maybe could have scored a couple more and put the game to bed earlier. But I think the first goal, Lamina, excellent header. He was absolutely everywhere today. I think him and Gomez would be my two picks for man of the match. today. I thought they were excellent, tackling everywhere, constantly winning the ball, winning their aerial duels, carrying the ball up the pitch in the final third. And of course, Lamina getting his goal, I think, just puts him above Gomez for me today. And then also, the second goal, Matt Doherty, when he came on, I'm sure me and a lot of others sighed and kind of put their eyes to the sky. But excellent finish. Again, taking advantage of a poor mistake, but really, really composed by Doc, which, is kind of to be expected when you consider his form in front of goal under Nuno. But overall, solid performance. I think, considering the fact that Chelsea was so sloppy today, I'm kind of just glad that we eventually got the win, despite Nkunku's goal giving us the nerves. It wasn't our finest performance, a little bit more sloppy in possession than I would have liked. But we created a decent amount of chances and we played reasonably well. And we continue our solid home form. It's another really good 3 points to get us on level points with Chelsea as well. So, look, I'm not going to complain with a win on my birthday. So, excellent stuff. And, hopefully we can keep the form going. Obviously, Everton next, I think. So, looking forward to that one. All good.
Well, what a Christmas Eve result that was. Made it difficult at the end, but it wouldn't be Wolves if we didn't do it the hard way. At 2-0 up, you thought, yes, what a goal that is. Doherty coming on, which I thought was completely the wrong substitution to make, although O'Neill was short of options really with the bench that he had with some illness in the camp. But thought it was the wrong substitution. But to be fair to Doherty, he's in the right place at the right time, as he has been so often in the past. And a very cool finish to slot it home. And at 2-0 up in added time, you're thinking, yeah, that's it. That's what we needed, because we were really hanging on before that. And we'll just see it through now at 2-0. But the defence, goalkeeper, everyone seemed to completely switch off not that long later. And the ball ends up in the back of the net and it's 2-1. And you're thinking, oh, here we go. We've seen this so many times before. What are we doing? But to be fair to them, they held on well. Didn't really get challenged. I don't think Sarr really made a save after that, and we held on for the 2-1 win, which was an excellent result. And you have to say, really, it was a really good performance all round today. Mudryk came on for Chelsea and got no change out of Semedo whatsoever, who I thought was excellent really from the start. Mario Lemina, what a performance that was. The guy was everywhere. Winning the ball all the time, setting up attacks, getting on the ball, making things happen, but really, really tough in the challenge, and winning the ball back every opportunity. And also a mention for Bueno, who came on for Aït-Nouri at left back, and I was really, really impressed with the way he not only won the ball back for our second goal, but gave it to Gomez and did what we don't do often enough and just run beyond him, make a little triangle, get the ball back, then very early cross into the box, which ultimately, as I say, dropped to Doherty, who stuck it away. And that's really what I'd like to see us do more of, getting on the ball more, getting forward more, a bit more triangles, a bit more forward movement. But yeah, as I say, excellent performance today, really. Chelsea were poor. Jackson in particular up front for them I thought was awful. He probably should have, Chelsea on another day probably could have had 4 or 5 in reality, but I don't really care. They didn't score, or not right till the end anyway, and we took our chances, and that's really all you can ask for. And with 7 unbeaten now at home is a very, very good return in the Premier League. It's difficult to put that many results together. Need to really improve our away form, and we'll be flying, but equally, kind of comfortably mid-table at Christmas is far better than I thought it would be. I really thought we'd be struggling, fighting against relegation, but be fair to O'Neill, he got it right today. As much as he got it wrong at West Ham last week, I thought he got it right today. So difficult with the bench that we had. Obviously, he wanted to take Kuna off. Obviously, Sasha Kalajdzic is absolutely done at this club. He never really got going, in all honesty, but a couple of decent goals. But I'll be very, very surprised if he's here come the end of January. I thought if he's not going to come on today with no other options, he never will. Ultimately, he brought Doherty on for Kuna rather than bring Sasha on. And that probably tells you all you need to know, really, about O'Neill's thoughts on him. But yeah, really good performance. So nice to go into Christmas with a win. And yeah, long may the home form continue.
Whew. Happy Christmas, everybody. Lovely little first present for us all. It's finished. Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. Wow. Massive result, first of all. Really, really buzzing about the result. But let's just talk about the game. So, first half, thought we were really good. I thought we were great defensively today, pretty much all the way through the game. But during the first half, we looked so much better in a back five. So much better in a back five. Please never go to a back four ever again with these players, because they just know what they're doing in a back five, and that's all there is to it. There's no point, changing something that works. It puzzled me the other week when we went to a back four. But anyway, positive. We're in a back five. Look good. I thought both teams were pretty poor, to be fair, especially going forward. The passing today was absolutely shocking from both teams in the first half. It was just laughable at times. Just like, no one could hit the target at all, could they? Bless them. I thought we should. The only thing that in the first half, I thought we need to utilise the wings a lot more. We didn't utilise the wings at all. We were too busy trying to play through the centre, and then play long balls to maybe like a wing back. And there's the partnerships between the wing backs and the wingers at the moment just don't work. They don't gel, do they? We used to have a few seasons really where the wing backs and the wingers gelled really, really nicely, and don't know what it is just lately, but they're not, unfortunately, and that was what's causing all those problems in the first half, because we didn't have an outlet to get into the final third. There were so many chances for both teams, to be fair. We probably, to be fair, actually, I'd say in the first half Chelsea had the best chance of the whole game. Sterling's through on goal. He's got two players to his right and then selfishly goes for it. And that was through a mistake as well. Sarr's distribution today was terrible. That's what kind of led to that problem. And just passing in general just needs a shake up, man. Like, we just need to stop panicking so much on the ball. You can play fast football but still take touches. Sometimes I feel like before we've even, got forward, we were already trying to pass to a space where there's no players, and it was really, really bad to see. And again, set pieces today absolutely shocking. Other than the fact that, okay, we scored one, but we had so many corners, we had a free kick at one point, and there was a lot of anticipation to this free kick because we hadn't really challenged the goalkeeper at all. Paulo Sarabia, takes a few steps back and absolutely wails it one, and it ends up beyond the goal, and you're just thinking, are we going to rue these chances? Do you know what I mean? But thankfully, in the second half, I'll talk a bit about that in a minute. We did actually put a set piece away, so I won't go too hard on them for that. But yeah, again, decision making in the final third is absolutely our crutch, isn't it? Because we get in the right places, we've got the right players to do what we need to do, what we need to do, and we just, I don't know what happens. Like the Eds just, I don't know, they just don't know what to do with the ball when it's right in the box. Sometimes that extra pass, or sometimes like they'll do something like dummy the ball or something, assuming that there's going to be a player behind them. And when you're 0-0, like, just don't do all the fancy stuff. Do that when you're convincingly winning. You're up against a shaky defence in Chelsea. Go at them. Like, there's no need to be like doing all these tricks and everything. Sometimes I feel like we just make it too hard on ourselves. So I made some really good saves. Again, like I said earlier, his distribution today was terrible, but he did make some cracking saves, to be fair, which is nice to see. And it's a weird one, isn't it? Because you see Bentley have one good game and you think, oh, yep, Sarr never playing a game ever again. And then Bentley has a bad game, and then Sarr comes in, plays well, and then you think, oh, are we ever going to see Bentley again? And it's just like, it's nice to have a bit of competition, but it's nice also to have some competent goalkeepers that are, good every week. But yeah, he didn't have a bad game today, to be fair, when all said and done, really. I thought Lemina and Gomez today just owned the midfield, didn't they? But the only problem is, when you play Lemina and Gomez, sometimes there's no creative player like Doyle that can, you know, break the lines and everything. And sometimes I feel like that was what we were lacking. We had these two, don't get me wrong, absolutely amazing, you know, ball winning midfielders and what have you, but once they've won the ball, sometimes they're looking up and, you know, it's going back because they haven't got the ability to put it through. But, you know, Doyle can obviously do that. So, you know, we've got answers on the bench for that, but just in game sometimes, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. But again, for what they had to do and what their job was today, absolutely incredible. Won everything in the midfield, made it so hard for them Chelsea players, it was ridiculous. But my man of the match for the first half, and actually I'll just say it for the second as well, was Toti Gomez. He was absolutely awesome today. He stopped a clear goal from going in off the line. His tackling was he's timed to perfection today. When he plays in a back three and he's got that bit of backup from Kilman and Dawson, he's unreal. That player is unbelievable. And yeah, he was my man of the match for sure. Second half, we come out pushing at the defence a lot more, creating a lot more things, causing a lot more problems, and that's where the goal comes from. Really, we force a corner, and then, oh my God, we score a corner, and again it's Lemina again. Just first to it, absolute bullet header, and it's in the goal, and you know it's amazing at that point. Molineux erupts, and that's it. We're in the ascendancy, and you're thinking this is it now, you know. So yeah, we won every single battle. When it come to clearing balls out the air as well, absolutely awesome. We've got to be one of the best teams that I've seen in the Premier League for winning the ball in the air. Like, those three defenders that we've got just win everything. Like, as soon as you think, oh, there's a ball coming in, you just know we're getting rid of it. Cracking, absolutely awesome. Lovely to see the home form sticking to as it is. Still, you know, doing really well with that as well. And again, against another top six side in Chelsea, you know, proving that, you know, we can do it against the big boys. What I want to see is doing it against the teams that, you know, aren't trying to push for Europe, or, you know, who have got all these star-studded players. It'd just be nice now to see some momentum from Wolves. You know, we've got a great win at a great time and everything. But yeah, Doc scores that winner at the end, and to be fair, what a finish. And you can see now why we bought him, because what he offers, he gets in places where wing-backs shouldn't be. But what that does, it causes so much problems for defenders. And he did that all the time under Nuno. And if he can do that, you know, get a few goals in here and there when we really need it, he is worth the money that we paid, which was nothing. Mate, honestly, if he can do that, just put the ball in the net every now and then when we're struggling, he's a cracking player to have, to be fair. Especially against like a defence that's tiring a little bit. But today, guys, I'm really buzzing. I'm buzzing. Sorry the video's so long, Dave, but I've just got to say a lot today, because the effort that the boys showed today on Christmas Eve of all times, where they could be home with their families, the effort that they showed today, clearing balls left, right and centre, digging into tackles, you know, just pushing themselves, finding that extra bit. Unbelievable today. Honestly, the Wolves I saw today would be any side, because we just looked so up for it. You know, our tails didn't go down when they scored that late little, you know, scare at the end, even though Molineux, you know, went a bit quiet. It was a little bit squeaky bum time. It's just good to see, you know, that we've got a team, we've got a manager that, you know, can put teams to the sword and also defend really well. And if, like I said the other day, if we can find that balance between the two, mate, we're a good side. And if we spend well in January, we're honestly, the sky's the limit for Wolves. We just need to start getting momentum and winning the games that we shouldn't be winning, or should be winning rather. Anyway, lads, sorry it's 10 minutes, Dave. Don't sack me. I'm just really happy about that. And yeah, thanks so much for having me on again. And happy Christmas, everyone. See you later.